So, boss, defeat to Southampton today. What was your view of what happened?
Yeah, I think we have to say that because of the second half, it's a deserved win for Southampton because they were better and more effective than we were in the second half, and for that, I think we have to accept the loss today. Goals are always defining moments for a game, and it was a pretty tight game. I think it won just for us in the first half, especially in the first 15-20 minutes. We put lots of pressure on them, but sadly we're not effective enough to use our chances. I can remember a 2-against-1 situation of Timo Pukki, Josip Drimic, and crossing situation. I think Tom Tribal after a set piece, Kenny McLean a good shooting position. Yeah, of course it's important to go elite in such a game, and in the second half, sadly we gave away 2 goals for them too easily in a situation where it was not necessary to concede, because in the first situation we were in a 5-against-2 overload, and then Danny Ings, if you allow him to have such a finish, he has a quality to be effective and use his first chance. And the second situation was a counter-attack. First of all, Redmond was able to win a 1-against-2 situation, and later on Armstrong 1-against-4 situation. So it says a lot about their quality, but also a bit the lack of our defensive individual quality in this behavior was, of course, then due to have many offensive thinking players on the pitch, because first of all we wanted to attack this game with many offensive thinking players, but also we had to, because many of our defensive key players are injured, and for that, I can't accuse the lads too much. Of course, especially in these 2 situations, our defensive behavior was not solid enough for this level. And once you are then 0-2 back in such a game, and you have so many setbacks, also in the recent days, and in terms of injuries and the situation with Markus Stiepermann or whatever, then it's not that easy to stay further on full of self-confidence in order to turn this game. For that, then the second half, after we were 0-2 back, Southampton were the better side, and we have to accept the loss.
Yeah, it was the first that we saw of Tim Closer in a Norwich shirt for quite a long time today. So how do you think that he got on?
Yes, I'm happy they have Tim back without any doubt, and also he was solid in his performance. Of course, he can't be perfect. His last game in the league game in the starting lineup was the 1st of January 2019 in Brentford, and right now, we're starting into a period with 10 games within 5 weeks, crunch time in the Premier League anyhow, and it's of course then difficult, but due to our situation we need to bring him immediately back into the cold water, and he also has to deliver during the next weeks, and I think he proved today that he can swim. It's of course we can't put too much pressure on him and think he can sort out everything in the defense all alone, but it's good to have Tim back.
Yeah, how did it affect your thinking throughout the game, knowing you had 5 subs instead of 3 substitutions today?
Yeah, it's obvious that you have more opportunities. Also, you're allowed to have 9 players on the bench, so gives you more option, and you can also take more risk in order to substitute earlier, because you don't have to fear that there's an injury later on, and for that you need 1 or 2 substitutions. So of course you can try to influence the game even earlier. So we tried everything, brought many offensive players on the pitch, tried to change our base formation, change it back in the end, because you want to try everything in order to turn this game anyhow. But in the end you have to say that because of this second half and after we were 0-2 back, we didn't have the confidence and the belief that we were then able to turn the game, also due to the last situations with the injuries. Also the situation with Markus Stiepermann was not easy then to keep believing in this situation, but that's a reality, and that's what we have to accept at least today.
Yeah, finally, you've spoken about this being a sort of best of 9 series, not wanting to get too excited by a win or disappointed by a defeat, so still 8 games to go in the league.
Yes, we are of course disappointed with this result, and if I'm honest, I didn't want to win just 5 games. I wanted to win 9 out of 9. That's always our attitude, and of course the situation after loss is not improved, and it's getting more and more difficult. But like I mentioned before, so when it's a best of 9 series and you need 5 wins, of course it's better to win the first game and to be more or less 1-0 in lead in the series. So right now we are 0-1 back. Our situation is even a bit worse, but it's still possible to win the series, and this is our attitude. We are disappointed with, because about what we have to improve without any doubt, but it's no option to give up or to be too down anyhow. As long as we have a chance, we'll keep going, keep fighting.
Cheers, boss.
Thanks a lot.